Hey, what's up? It's Keith with the Window Cleaning Blueprint. If you're frustrated in your window cleaning business, you want to make more money, you want to get into these higher end homes and clean mansions and make X amount dollars a day cleaning windows, but maybe you're not getting paid what you're worth, or you find yourself, killing yourself and not just I think that this video you'll like this video, so stick with me. I have a client who the mansion that we clean, it's a huge house, it's about 10,000 square feet. It's $1,250 every time we clean the windows on this house, right? I think this client has fired us and we don't know because they haven't called me. We're usually there 3 to 4 times a year to clean the windows, and we haven't been there at all in 5 months, right? So here's the story. And this is about self-worth. It's about putting your foot down. It's about, just hear me out. So I get a call from a client. It's a referral. This house in a very rich area, they need window cleaning. I don't have any permission or anything to post, or I would show you a video of it, but it's just a high profile client. I can't share the information. But anyways, I go there, I walk the property, and I'm like, okay, it's $1,250 to clean the windows inside and out. A lot of windows, dude. And then they're like, well, the last window cleaner did it for $600. I'm like, what? No way. Yeah, he did it for like 15 years for $600. I'm like, dude, that's insane. This is $1,250. I didn't say it like that. I said, well, I don't even know how he did it for that price. This is it. And I said, you know what? It's $750. Like, I literally, they whittled me all the way down to $750 because I did the math. Okay, so at the time of getting this client, we really needed clients. I just would love to have it in my portfolio that, and it's in a very rich area, that I would get neighbors, that I would have a client that I'm doing a 10,000 square foot house. Just the feeling of cleaning a house that's got like grand pianos and chandeliers and multiple stuff, and to be able to be in that environment makes you feel more successful. And even if I brought 2 guys with me and it took us all day to clean the windows, I'd still make, $400, $500 after taxes and everything to clean these windows in one day, right? And we end up doing one neighbor's house too, so it's $750, $850, $950, $1050, $1,150 in one day cleaning windows, 2 houses. Come back, get home late, but dude, I make $700 or $650 profit in a day, which is good money, right? So they whittled me all the way down to $650. I'm like, they're like, absolutely not. I'm like, dude, I need this job. I need, right? So, and that's totally fine. When you're at that level in your business where you need the work and you don't got work coming in, you don't understand marketing, you don't have advertising dollars, you don't have the clientele, you don't know how to generate the leads, you don't know how to, like, dude, you got to take what you can get. And dude, what am I bitching about, right? Well, so $650 to clean the glass inside and out, $750 to clean the screens and tracks. Okay, so we clean the whole house inside and out, we do everything, and I charge them $750, and I made pretty good money, and we do it regularly. Well, we come back again, and the next time, they're like, we thought the price was $650. I'm like, no, it's $750 because I do all the tracks and screens. Okay, so the next time we clean just the glass, we're back a couple months later, and as we're wrapping up, the customer says, well, I thought you were going to clean all the screens and all the tracks. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that you wanted that, because we had just recently done it last time. And most of our customers do the thorough cleaning, first time or once a year, and then we just do the glass the rest of the year. I thought I had communicated with you with that, and I automatically assumed, my fault, because you wanted the cheaper price, that we would just go ahead and clean the glass, right? And then the customer is like, I thought that the tracks and screen cleaning, which is an extra 2 hours, that's how big this house is, was included every time for the $650. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are these fucking people trying to do? Like, that's when you get angry. Like, I don't look at anything but the windows in the house, very professional. Like, I just care about cleaning glass. I don't care about people's personal belongings. I don't care about any of that stuff. That's none of my business. It's very inspiring to go in homes like that because it helps you see what's really available. that these people aren't any better than you. They're just people. They happen to be very financially successful. I grew up poor as dirt, living in, mobile homes and shacks and things like that, and I had never even been able to step foot in a house like that until starting my own small business. So starting your own small business has all these psychological benefits because it opens you up to like the world of what's really available. Somebody's calling me right now. I'm not going to take it. But and that's when you like, it's not good to judge other people because they're successful, but like I'm like, these people are trying to whittle you down, and you hear things about, you just overhear things when that the people are millionaires. They've got exotic cars, they do all types of things, and then again, I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying, like, this is a $1,250 window cleaning job. I'm sorry that your last window cleaner did it for $600 for the past 15 years. And did I tell you that the last window cleaner, the reason we got called is because he literally gave up. He couldn't do it anymore. The guy was supposedly, one day he threw in the towel, and he's got plenty of clients. He's got a window cleaning business. But the client threw in the towel on this job and just couldn't do it anymore. It was too hard. That was his reason. I was like, is that an excuse? No, it's because he got to a point where he realized, and it took me doing the job for 2 years to finally realize, oh my God, now I know why that window cleaner threw in the towel, right? You got to be there to see it. You got to go through it. It's so easy to look at somebody else's situation and be like, oh, you're just throwing an excuse. Okay. So then again, what do? I bend and I buckle to the customer and I do the whole job. We go back, we re-clean all the screens, we do everything. We're late, it's costing me time and money and labor, and I do it for $650. Now, what did I make? $350 for the day. I'm like, whatever, it's still good money, it's still good, it fills up the day, it's on the schedule, it's a predictable client, I know that we could do it. I'm like, yeah, but what if something happened on the job one day? Like, what if the guy accidentally bangs the window with a water-fed pole and smashes, an $8,000 plate glass window? Like, what if one of my guys knocks over one of these like $500 vases? What if this happens? What if that happens? I'm like, and then the next time we went and clean the windows there, drive 3 cities away, it takes an hour to get there, an hour to get home. My fucking truck breaks down on the job site 3 cities away at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then something broke on my water-fed pole, and in that moment I go, oh my God, I was having a panic attack, dude. So we're paralyzed on the job site. I'm paying for time and gas and labor. I'm like, dude, it would cost me like $300 or $500 to tow my truck and trailer from all the fucking way down here in this city. Fuck, what do I do? And luckily, it was the starter went bad on my truck, and I was able to flag somebody down and then like bang on my starter and just get my truck running. And I had to leave my truck running through the whole 6-hour long job. We were able to get it done in 6.5 hours. And by the time my gas tank had gone through like $30 in gas or something, and then so basically I was in a panic attack the whole job, just pissed off and frustrated and angry. And then we made it all the way home. I'm like, dude, this is why I need to charge at least $1,000 to do this job, because you need money for gas, insurance, and taxes, and labor, and workers' comp, and reinvesting, and repairing your vehicles, and all that shit, and for emergencies. Like, you need to charge enough money, or you're just racing to the bottom, right? And the customer doesn't give a shit if you go out of business or what happens. They don't give a fuck. They just want the cheapest price, right? So they'll use this guy till he goes out of business, then they'll use the next guy, and it's just an assembly line while this rich ass customer, and I know I'm being a dick, but this rich ass customer is just balling, and they don't give a fuck. So you got to give a fuck about your business and guard your P's and Q's, and and make sure, because you're going to be getting that sticky ass situation where you feel like you're so cool because you're doing this job for this high end profile client, and you're making like good money, and you're doing these mansions, and I do mansions, yet the day your truck's broken down on the side of the road and you're broke, all those customers in those mansions aren't going to give a shit about you. You're a nuisance to them. You're nothing to them. You're just the window cleaning guy, right? And you're never going to be successful until you put your foot down. So here's what happened. The last time we did the job, They wanted the works done. We did everything in that job. And the amount of conscientiousness and carefulness in my workers that are very conscientious, and I'm all over them, the level of quality and consistency and that we bring to the best of my ability from my heart and soul, the amount I care when I go into a customer's home, and everything that we put, like just double, triple checking everything. And I give a checklist to the customer. I'm like, your windows are 100% done. If you'd like to walk around the home and take a look, we scrubbed out this for you. We did this. Everything is locked and closed. All the screens are locked and closed. All pieces of furniture are put back, and everything is 100%. And here's your, and I left an invoice on your desk, and just mail a check. Like, the way the communication is, I mean, for them to find another window cleaner to do what we do the way we do it, where they can completely trust, right? Is that window cleaner is going to charge $1,000 to do that job, right? That's what you're paying for, is peace of mind, okay? If you live in a 10,000 square foot mansion, I mean, I'm talking, this house has rooms that have fucking rooms. It's unbelievable, right? And you're not saying just because they're rich they need to pay me, but I'm just saying, what I'm really, really saying is that when you're at that level of finance and money and you're hiring people to do things in your home, paying extra money for peace of mind and consciousness, that's why people hire expensive contractors. They're paying for quality. They're paying for peace of mind. They're paying for reassurance, because they've hired the cheap ass people. And customers aren't stupid. They're very smart, and they're willing to ride that line to get the best possible quality for the cheapest price, right? So anyways, we do the job, and it's $750 I write on the invoice. I'm like, dude, why would I told him it's $750, not $650. $750 is to do the tracks and screens. And I wrote that on the invoice, and 2 weeks later I get my check for $750, and I never heard from him ever again. Obviously I'm going to follow up with them and, make sure we are able to keep doing that job. But it's just so aggravating and frustrating when it's like the next level, right? You're not scraping for peanuts, and you're making good money off of a job, but you're doing a job, it's good money to you compared to what you're used to, but you're doing a job that should be $1,250, right? Sure, you'd meet at $900, sure, but how long can you do that until, it's very dry in here, how long can you do that until you're the one paying the price? There's a local company by where I live. I quote this mansion, $1,200 to do this house, totally different house, and it looked all good. And then they had somebody else do it. I was like, what? Like, this is a $1,500 house. I was going to charge you $1,200. I don't say it like that. I'm very professional, but I do seek information. I go, would you mind if I asked how much did the other company charge you to clean your windows? They're like $350. I'm like, okay, I know what it's like to climb up and down ladders and bring ladders in people's houses and fucking just work my guts out. When you get out of a house like that, I mean, you're fucking whooped. Like, you want to get in the truck and go somewhere and wash your hands and face and take a piss and like get something to eat and recuperate before you go to the next job. That's why I hear these guys like, we fucking do fucking this many houses a day. I'm like, are you doing a good job? Like, I don't know. It's just the way I run my business. Maybe I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist. I just totally am obsessed with quality. But, because when I've lowered quality in my business before to do an experiment. I do a split test. I'll say, so this house we're going to do we're going to clean the windows faster, but at less quality, and charge the same price, because maybe customers don't pay attention to that shit like I do. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm just being too much of a perfectionist out of some weird insecurity, right? Maybe I feel like I'm ripping the customer off if I don't clean like the laundry room window, that little speck, if I don't scrub it for an hour, and they'll never even gonna see it, right? So I started skipping little things like that. Not skipping, but just not spending that extra time. Basically, if you hire someone to clean your house, right, are they going to get up on their hands and knees and up in the cupboards? That's a totally different type of scope of work, right? There's totally different types of scope of work here, and your job is not to do that, right? Your job is to clean the windows, okay? What is the definition of cleaning windows? I actually started going insane when I was thinking about this, pulling my hair out wanting to punch a wall, because I was like, what is the definition of clean? Different people have different definitions. Then I started getting obsessed and asking clients a million questions and qualifying them, like literally staying on the phone and standing in their kitchens to the point of like, so what do you perceive clean to be? What is clean to you? Like, and I really had to go through this process of just being an absolute weirdo to start to identify and make these microscopic distinctions to develop a sixth sense of what cleanliness actually is. And it really comes down to the individual client and person. And you could be, just by being in their home, you can get a sense of what their definition of cleanliness is. But there's some clients that their house is like disgusting, yet they'll fucking drag you through the mud wanting their windows to be like unbelievably meticulous. And if you let them have the leeway, they'll drag you, they'll rub your face in it. I've been kept in a house before, one time, several times, just when I was being like a sadomasochist, just to be a fucking dick to myself. I would be like, okay, well, oh, this window, I found another spot, and oh, there is another little spot in that window. Yeah, oh, that one too, that one, fuck, look at, no, the customer is even like, where? I'm like, that, oh, there is. Well, you gotta get, and then the grandma would get up, right, from the couch and be like, oh, there's one there too, there's oh, and there, and there, and there. I said, oh, they're fucking everywhere. Guys, get out of the truck. I'm not collecting the check. Come on. Get the microfibers. Yeah. We would sit there for another fucking hour, dude. And I would like get some type of sick pleasure of watching just my entire profit just go, yeah, no more profit for me. Yeah. And just like a fucking nutcase. I fucking love it. I'm serious. I'm fucking serious, dude. And sit there and just let all the profit of that job go, and just sit there and be at presence with it, and get some type of sick, fucked up satisfaction of just letting the customers do this to me. And we'll just sit there for hours, and my guys would be dripping in sweat, like having a panic attack, just getting, oh no, get the ladder back out, climb on the ladder and buff out that fucking little spot. No, that little spot. And the guy's like, what spot? That fucking spot. I'm gonna sit here inside of the house right now for 15 minutes while you buff out that spot. Up a little to the left, motherfucker. Until the customers are like, okay, here's the check, just get the fuck out of here. No, please give us a positive 5-star review. You wanna fucking drag me through the mud, customer? Huh? I'll fucking drag you through the mud. I'll make your windows shiny. I'll make your windows so fucking clean. You know what? I'm gonna start getting a magnifying glass. Yeah. I'm gonna go in the house with a white fucking coat and gloves with booties on my feet and walk around. Yeah. What the fuck? So I had to go through that level of insanity to get to the point where now I'm just boom, 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 boom. I can make that distinction on the phone with the customer immediately and feel things out and know when to be a certain way with the customer, when to hold, when to fold, when to this, when to that, when to this, when to that. And that's how you start to make money, dude. And you hear about these guys that make all this money in window cleaning, like, dude, whether they can consciously articulate what I'm talking about, which I believe is my ability to speak about shit like this, or not, they've been through that gamut some way or another. I don't know how they haven't been, because it's just a matter of fact, right? And then another thing is, dude, I could make another video about healthy boundaries and shit. But anyways, so I don't think we're doing work for that customer anymore, and I'm fucking good. I don't want the big mansion. I don't want the mansion. I don't want it. You can have the mansion. I'd rather do these houses that are $250 a piece, 225, and just bang those out where we can get in and out, and the customer's just sitting there working from the home office. The house is like maybe a little bit messy. They don't care. $225. The shit looks good, and it looks really good. We do great work, and they're just happy. I want happy customers who appreciate us, not unhappy customers who are just like want to fucking. Oh, I'm sorry for cussing at that moment, because I shouldn't have cussed in that moment. See, cussing is an articulated thing, but anyways, I hope you get my drift and you got some out of this video. I gotta fire up this computer and get to work. I love making these videos, so check it out. My new audiobook is out. I'm definitely at the end of the video going to tell you subscribe, thumbs up, check out the links below. Check out the link below if you want to buy my new audiobook. I promise you it's jam-packed with content and information and stories similar to this. Not as insane. It's more formal. But you'll learn a lot of stuff that will put definite money in your pocket. Okay? Get the book. And I appreciate you. I really do. Later.